As you can see, it's becoming like a nice, smooth dough. And that wasn't really a very long time. You really don't even need to knead anymore at this point. It's also not so good to over knead. But you see how beautiful it is? Smooth, uniform. Perfect. Now we flip it over and get a close up. Nice dough. Now we take a little bit of oil on the top, which I'll do later. Cover it with some plastic wrap, just so that it doesn't get your towel dirty. Put a towel on top and keep it in a warm place. It's gonna rise for an hour and a half. Then you're gonna, after an hour and a half, you're gonna punch it down, and then you let it rise for another hour. After it rises twice, it looks like this. See how huge that got? Punch it down again. At this point, you make your bracha. If you use under 14 cups, you don't make a bracha. You just take dough and you do not make a bracha. If you're using, meaning if you use a 5-pound bag, then you make a bracha. What I do is I take a chunk, it's supposed to be about the size of an egg. You make the bracha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu mitzvot tzivanu lefrish challah min ha'isa. I wrap it into foil and I throw it into the garbage. But a lot of people put it in their oven. I've heard different things, different opinions about it, so that's how I was told to do it. So that's what I do. We now take the dough. Make sure you have a lot of flour on your surface. You dump it. Now, how many to make? I like to make 3 large challahs. In my opinion, 3 large challahs taste so much better than 4 medium challahs. It's just fluffier. I think the challah tastes completely different. So that's what I do. I divide the dough into 3. Try my best. Most of the time, one is bigger than the other, but I don't really care. So I have 3 pieces. Now, this is my first challah. I'm going to show you a few different ways to braid. Now, classic way is, right? Divide the dough into 3. I'm assuming everyone knows how to make a braid. Take each strand, try to roll it out. Show me like challah. You roll it out?
Yeah.
Like challah? Anyways, you get the idea. If you want it to be more straight, spend more time on it, just keep rolling it. It eventually becomes more smooth. See, sometimes they're different sizes. I'll show you how to change that in a second. Just stretch it out. To get very smooth strands, you have to roll it for a long time. Now, I want these 3 to be all alike, so I take a chunk off. You pinch it at the top, and then we do classic braid. Now, there's a 6 braid, there's a 5 strand braid, there's lots of different braids. But usually on a Friday when I'm cooking and making challah and baking and whatever, I don't have time to play around with 6 strands. I usually do this. Take a pan, you spray it with some PAM. Okay, and you put it in here. Now I'm going to show you another trick, which is what I usually do. Same thing, 3 strands. I'm just going to do a quicker version of this. Oops, just kidding. By the way, challah freezes really, really well. So if you're overwhelmed for making challah on Friday, just make it before and freeze it, and it tastes amazing. Now, as before, by the way, if you were going to make shlisel challah, this is the point at which you would take a key, wrap it in foil, a regular metal key, preferably one that does not really mean much to you. And you wrap it into foil, not a car key, not an electronic key. And yes, I know people who have used that. You put it inside one of the rods, and you just pinch it closed, and that's it. Now, again, we do the classic braid. Pinch, tuck under, tuck under. Now, to have a really beautiful challah with a lot of height, you put a bunch of dough on the bottom. Then you take the challah and you put it on top. So when it bakes, you'll see at the end, it comes out like rounded, like it looks like a really nice bakery challah. But it tastes